Welcome back. New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani making clear his plan to govern the Big Apple as a democratic socialist, including this line raising eyebrows. Listen here.
We will draw this city closer together. We will replace the frigidity of rugged individualism with the warmth of collectivism. If our campaign demonstrated that the people of New York yearn for solidarity, then let this government foster it.
New York City Councilwoman Vickie Paladino joins us right now. So you just heard Mayor Mamdani say that rugged individualism is out. What one person calls rugged individualism, another person would call just personal responsibility. Your thoughts on what you heard there?
What I heard yesterday was a young man, an experienced young man, being taken over. The DSA has raised this kid. And rugged individualism, give me a break. That's what built this country, okay? He's wet behind the ears. He's got a lot to learn. But he declared war on anybody who thinks differently than he does yesterday. It was a very well-defined, articulated message to anybody who gets in his way. He is going to do anything and everything within his power to keep us quiet. Well, you're not keeping me quiet. And we're going to have a little problem with that going forward because I am who I am, and I will continue to speak out on behalf of the other citizens of New York City who've been existing here for decades and decades and all of our lives against somebody like him who wants to change this city into the United Soviet city of New York. Not going to happen. Sorry, Zohran.
So he hit the ground running yesterday by signing 5 executive orders, many of them to improve housing conditions in New York City. But to implement his ambitious agenda, he's going to need to make some political alliances. He can't do it all through executive authority. As a Republican on City Council, what's your assessment of how strong his relationships are and his political power to be able to build those alliances and execute his agenda?
Anything that has to do with, that's a great question. Anything that has to do with the city of New York has got to go through us, the city council. And here's where the problem lies. The problem lies in the power of our new speaker that's going to hopefully be elected in first stated meeting in January. And should we get Julie Menon, which I pray we do. She will moderate, I believe, from the center as opposed to Adrienne Adams, who was far left. When we deal with the 51 council members, out of 51 council members, 18 of them are self-proclaimed DSA candidates and elected officials. That's 1/3 of the 51. We've got 4 new people coming in. I know 3 have already said that they want to join the Progressive Caucus. The Progressive Caucus will then grow to 21, which means this man will really have carte blanche as to what he wants to do. 5 members of the city council. Look, I got to meet this man, the young guy. I got to meet him. We need to sit down. We need to talk about reality. We need to talk about getting along well with others. We're not going to cave to everything that he wants, but we also were outnumbered quite a bit. When it comes to New York State, and anything that they have to do with what goes on in the city of New York. Well, you saw Hochul sitting up there, beaming like, the Cheshire Cat. You have the Democratic Party caved to all of this. Instead of the Democratic Party saying, hey, you're not one of us. You're DSA. You have your own line. Run on that. We want a Democrat to run. No, they didn't do that. They're scared stiff. This has been an ideology that's been going on now for decades inside of our universities. Yep. His father teaches at Columbia, tenured professor, and he teaches Marxism. He talked about millionaires and billionaires. They were sitting up on the steps of City Hall with him yesterday. Who's he trying to kid here?
Yeah, chance of tax the rich broke out as Senator Bernie Sanders spoke, which a lot of people wonder, is this movement founded in a love of the working class or a hatred of the rich? Vickie Paladino, thank you very much for your insight. We appreciate it.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.